Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Talk Football with your boy Lord Mello. We're back with another one. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Please don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell for all the future drops. Leave a comment below and share with your friends, man. We're back with another one. Let's get it. Let's get it. The weekend review. We're gonna start with the Champions League first, right? What happened during the week? And let's start on a high. Barcelona bounced back with a win against Young Boys, winning 5-0. And yeah, man, from the changes that were made from our previous game last week when we lost to Osasuna 4-2, we expected the lineup that played in the Champions League. We expected Flick to bring out all the big guns. And yeah, man, it was a good performance. Happy with the results. Happy with our first 3 points in the Champions League. Another thing that I'm more excited about is Frankie de Jong being back from injury. He got a few minutes under his belt. He played about 15 to 10 minutes or so in the second half. Seeing de Jong back, it's a good thing for the team because now we're getting more players back in the midfield, right? And on that injury list, we have Gavi coming back after the international break, which is coming up after this weekend. So after this weekend, there will be no club football for like 2 weeks or so. So yeah, man. Gavi will be back after the international break. Danny Olmo will be back after the international break. So for the games against Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, I think we're gonna have more of our players back, more of our best players back, so we can rotate a bit more. And yeah, man, shout out to Hansi Flick for the good start that he's had at Barcelona. Just waiting for all the injured players to come back, and then yeah, man, we're good to cook. But so far, he's been cooking. Only 2 losses since the beginning of the season, losing 1 game in the league and one game in the Champions League. So far so good, man. Moving on from Barca, other games in the Champions League, we saw Arsenal beating PSG 2-0. For me, I feel like PSG are an average team with a few world-class players, but they are an average team. I don't see them going as far as the semi-finals this season. I don't see them going as far as the semi-finals in the Champions League this season. Arsenal beat them 2-0. For me, I think it was a straightforward win for Arsenal. PSG didn't really threaten them. Without Dembele was frozen from the team because of discipline and all that. And I think the football gods are dealing with that guy. The way he left Barcelona, I think right now the football gods are going to deal with Ousmane Dembele. Not wishing any bad on him, but hey, man, the football gods have a funny way of turning the tables, man. And hey, man, shout out to Arsenal beating them 2-0. Real Madrid, Real and Bayern lost. Well, out of all the Spanish teams in the Champions League this week, only Barca won. Real Madrid lost, Atletico Madrid lost, Girona lost. Real, man, I don't know if it's just me, but I think Toni Kroos being out of that team left a very huge hole, and in most games we can see that Real can't take control of games, and I think Toni Kroos brought that in the team. He could control the play, control the tempo, dictate how Real plays, right? And since he's been gone, I don't see that control anymore in Real Madrid. Bayern lost to Aston Villa 1-0. And I must say, man, hey, Villa are cooking, hey. I think the only problem they're going to have is squad depth. They're not used to be playing every 3 days, playing Champions League football and Premier League football week in, week out. So I think the squad depth is going to be a problem for them, either in the Champions League or more especially in the Premier League. Unless if they get knocked out very early, well, they can pick up in the Premier League. But if they're going to go further in the competition. With the squad they have, I don't think their results in the league are gonna be much to look at, because playing Champions League and Premier League, with England having so many trophies, I think you need a bigger squad to compete across all competitions, right? And Villa, I think, still need experience with playing Champions League and Premier League games. Moving on from the Champions League to the Europa. I'm just gonna cover United. Man United, another draw for Erik ten Hag. 3-3 against Porto. From being 2-0 up, United went on to be 3-2 down, and only for Harry Maguire to equalize for them in the last minute. And how crazy. The player that gets the equalizer is the player that most United fans want gone at the team. He's not even playing that much anymore, but he came off the bench to save them. It's just a funny story. I don't know what you think about Erik ten Hag, because United, what I'm seeing is United is just playing football for the sake of playing football. There's no style of play, there's no direction in the team. So I don't know what you think, guys, but I think Erik ten Hag is managing his last games for United. I'm hoping that they keep him until they play Chelsea. They can sack him after the Chelsea game, but I think that's too far for him. I think he's playing Aston Villa this weekend, and with that, I think after this game, I think Villa's gonna be too strong for United. Firstly, United might get a draw, but I don't see them beating Aston Villa. And I think this is gonna be the last game for Erik ten Hag. I think during the international break, Erik ten Hag is gonna get sacked. I saw a couple of names coming up that United might be rekindling talks with Thomas Tuchel, Mr. ODTT. And me being a Chelsea fan, I hope Ten Hag. I hope Tuchel doesn't go to United, as there were rumors before the season started that Tuchel might be replacing Ten Hag, right? But Tuchel rejected that offer from Man United and didn't go to United. So I hope he still stands there and doesn't go to United, because I wouldn't like to face Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel, him going to United, I think is going to transform that team. He's a very good coach, world-class coach. And I'm hoping that deal doesn't go through. I hope United can get either Gareth Southgate or Graham Potter, because those are the names that have been coming up that United are looking at. With Graham Potter being on Sky Sport, I think that was an audition showing the teams that he's available, and he's willing to come back to work. And United might be the job that he might be going to. If not him, they might be getting Gary Southgate, former England coach. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think Ten Hag is going to last, or he's going to get sacked? And if you think he's going to get sacked, how long do you think it's going to take for him to get sacked? I'm saying this might be his last game as a United coach this weekend. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. Tell me how far do you think Erik ten Hag can go with this mess that's going on right now at United? Moving on to the Conference League. Talking about Chelsea, moving on to the Conference League. Chelsea played a Conference League game on Thursday, playing against Ghent. And Maresca ball is still balling. Enzo Maresca is doing wonders at Chelsea, man. Chelsea won 4-2. And here's the crazy thing. We have an A, B, and a B team, right? I think most people have noticed that. Premier League, we have a team that's got to play Premier League games, right? And then we have a team that's got to play cup games. Last weekend we played against Brighton, won 4-2 with our A team, right? We'll call Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Jackson up front, Sancho, Noni Madueke. That's basically our A team, right? In the Conference League on Thursday, we played our second team. Enzo Maresca made 11 changes. He brought in Joe Felix, started the game. Drewsby Hall started the game. Cassidy started the game. Mikhailo Mudryk started the game. Nkunku up front and Petro Neto, right? And I must say, man, the levels are just up there. Whether it's the A team and I know conference league is like a weak cup, which me personally expect Chelsea to win, right? Looking at the oppositions, like looking at other teams that are in the competition, I think Chelsea are way ahead of them. With the squad depth, with the quality of the players that we have, I think we should be winning that trophy easily. And when I say easily, no disrespect to other teams, but I think that Chelsea should be winning that league, man. That cup. We made 11 changes and the performance was still high. I was impressed by Drewsby Hall. I think that was his first top performance in a Chelsea shirt, right? And I'm hoping that we're gonna see more. Got his first goal for Chelsea. Another player that impressed me was Renato Vega, our left back. Played very well, and he's been having solid performances so far since coming into the team. With Chilwell not playing anymore, I think Renato is a perfect replacement. And even in times where we would want to rest Cucurella, I think Renato Vega can get in there and do the job pretty well, right? So I'm satisfied with Chelsea and with the performance that we saw during the week, winning 4-2. We playing Nottingham Forest on Sunday this weekend, which is our last game before the international break. We're playing at home. Yeah, it's a home game. So I'm hoping that 3 points and we stay in the top 4. Let's keep the momentum going, and then we'll see after the international break. I think after the international break we're gonna have Lavia back because he's already back. He had some minutes, so I think after the international break he'll be ready to start games. And I want to see what Maresca does in the midfield. Who is he going to replace, and how is he gonna do it? Because hey, man, the depth is crazy. And then our final point for the video today, it's the MTN8 final. We have Orlando Pirates versus Stellenbosch in the final. And hey, man, this is a tricky one. It's a very tricky one. Pirates versus Stellenbosch, two good teams. Pirates haven't lost so far this season. But looking at their previous game, right, they look like they have a problem breaking down low block teams that play with a low block. Orlando Pirates find it difficult to break them down. It took a free kick in the last minute against Richards Bay, their previous game, right? And yeah, man, so far they're looking good, but this is a final, and a final could go either way, right? Stellenbosch are good defensively. Remembering the game that they played, the first and the second leg they played against Sundowns, they played with a low block, and basically they played on a transition, right? They would defend very low, but when they win the ball, they get out so quickly. So Pirates have to look out for that pace. But also on the other side, Pirates are also a team that is very pacey. So I think there's gonna be a battle of who's gonna be much smarter to stop the transitions, right? Orlando Pirates might be without Munapule Saling and Olisanda. And I think those are huge misses, right? Because those are like key players for Pirates. And I think this is going to be a problem for Orlando Pirates this season. They have a good starting lineup, right? But they don't have the depth. Once key players get injured or maybe suspended throughout this, because the season is long, a lot of things can happen. I don't think they have players that can replace. If Masongai or Rile could be out of that team, it's gonna be a problem, right? Because they're gonna lose that creative spark, and I hope they're probably gonna work that thing out. But hey, man, looking forward to the finals. I think it's gonna be a good game because there are two footballing playing teams. They're Stellenbosch right now, from what they looked at last season to now, or maybe say the past 2 seasons to now. Right now, they're not afraid to get hold of the ball, to play the ball around. So I'm hoping that we're gonna see a nice open game today. We're gonna see some goals, right? I'm predicting 2-1 Orlando Pirates, but the second goal is gonna go in. Is gonna go in extra time. I think we're going to extra time in this final, but I think Pirates is gonna win it. I think the experience they've gained with winning these trophies the past 2 seasons, I think it's gonna pull through for them because they've been winning this trophy for the past 2 seasons, and they're trying to defend it for the 3rd time in a row. Stellenbosch better do something about that. But hey, man, I'm not counting on them to beat Pirates, honestly. But hey, man, we'll see. And that's it from me, man. Shout out to everybody that's been tuned in. Shout out to everybody that's been checking out the videos. Please subscribe to the channel. Press the notification bell to get all the future drops. Add a comment below. Tell me what you think about the final. Tell me your predictions. And yeah, man, share with your friends. Let's talk football with Lord Melo. We out.